I'm back, everybody. I'm back. Please get those likes up. Everyone who's back, okay, new people and who was on the previous stream, okay. All right, let me put that up in the chat. Please get those likes up. I greatly appreciate it, okay. I was live about, I would say, 5 minutes ago. There was a little bit of some technical difficulties, but I am back, baby. Okay, so if you're new, hey, Guilty Angel, welcome back. Okay, and many more who are coming on in. Okay, so I had some things. Okay, this is how I started it. All right, there are a few things that's going on in the news, and let's get started. Let's just jump right on in. I like to wait a little bit for more of you to come in, but you can always watch the replay and just rewind it back. Okay, so let's get into it. What has been going on in the news in our world that I want to talk about? Let's start off again when it comes to the film You, Me, and Tuscany. I'm upset. I wanted to support it, and I am, but I wanted to see it opening night. It just came out this Friday, and this is extremely important. This is a very, very big deal, and I'm going to tell you why. Okay, so it's You, Me, and Tuscany. It stars Halle Bailey and Regé Jean Paul. He was the breakout star from Bridgerton. He's British, and this is a big deal. This is a big deal, this film, because for a lot of reasons. Okay, first of all, they look absolutely fabulous on Essence magazine. A lot of people are like, I really want them to get together in real life. They make a beautiful couple. And some are saying, oh, well, in the film, from what I saw, at first you think that it's a film about interracial love because that's who her man is. I'm not going to give it away, but she ends up in Tuscany, Italy, and she meets him. She meets him. And I guess a love story blooms from there. So people are like, oh my God, it's a black love movie. I mean, it's somewhat, I guess you could say that, but it is a rom-com. It's a comedy. It's a love story. And it's just so different than what you see being promoted to black girls and women. That's why to me this film is a big deal. This is beyond, is it a beautiful, cute little black love movie? It's beyond that. It's beyond that. It's deeper than that. It's bigger than that. And you have to support this film for various reasons, okay? In my opinion. So we know that Halle Bailey is a singer and actress, her sister Chloe Bailey, and Regé Jean Paul. I'm sorry if I'm saying his name wrong, okay? This is a big thing to me too because, okay, he's from Britain. He's British. He was a big star on Bridgerton and then he left. Some people said, oh my God, will he have success? How could you do this at the peak of your career? The ladies were going goo goo gaga for him. But also, his mother is black and his father is white. And to me, seeing a biracial, beautiful, fine man who comes from a black woman, being promoted, dating a black woman, being shown love in the black American community, to me it is different and important because you don't often see that. You just don't. You just don't see them promoted. And yeah, show some love to the beautiful biracial men who got black mamas. Show some love to them. Okay? The man is gorgeous. And from his mother is African. She's from Zimbabwe. And his father, I believe, with the name that he has, I believe his father is French. If his father isn't French, he's British, but I believe his father's French. And to me, it's a lot of things going on as to why I think this should get a lot of support. Some deep things to me. But also, look, springtime, summertime is here, and you have a film like this coming out. I'm going to say, like, I'm going to tell you why to me this is a big deal that black people, especially black women, take your teenage daughters or your young daughters. they don't have to be, well, this is sort of grown folks still, even though it's not sexual and everything. I would say your 18-year-old daughter, 17, 18-year-old can see it, you know. And okay, so let's get into it. Let's get into it a little bit more. So they're on Essence Magazine looking absolutely fabulous. Look at the architecture. I love that it's not something that's showing struggle, ghetto love. The hood, selling pills, gunfire, and all this other stuff. No. Here we have a rom-com, comedy, light-hearted, romantic film with a lead that is a Black American girl. Yes, Mr. Universe said elegant. We need this desperately. We need this desperately. And if y'all don't show up to the theaters, and it's a film for all races because it's a diverse cast, but especially Black people, they said that people are nervous about how this film is going to do. People who were, I believe Holly Bailey might have said that they're nervous because it's still about money. It is the movie business. You have to generate money. You got to bring in that money. Okay, they want to see how this film does, because how often do you see two big leads like this who are Black, half Black, Black or whatever, a comedy, a love story, not in struggle, not the stereotype, diverse cast, and they're the leads. They're like, we need to see how this film does. This has to get good numbers, because then they're going to start probably pushing out more films like this, which is desperately needed for young Black girls and women. Desperately. Okay, in my opinion. And again, I'm not, y'all know, interracial movies too, all of that, but this is deep to me, this film. Okay, so they look fabulous. Regé Jean Paul, Regé Jean Paul. I know y'all gonna get me if I messed up this man's name. I'm sorry. I should have looked a little bit more at a video about his name, but I do know who he is. I remember him on Bridgerton, and you know he's not doing. It's not a thug thing again. Clean cut, elegant, dress well, showing love. You know, cultured, all of that. He's a beautiful man. He looks beautiful in scenes I've seen from the film. Okay. And not only that, but people are saying that they have undeniable chemistry. You know, it feels sort of authentic, and it's just a breath of fresh air to see this on screen. Okay, so let's look at it a little bit. Let's look at them together. Can you feel the chemistry? Let's see.
He like opened up like a flower, you know?
Which
Just-
flower specifically?
Ooh, which flower? Maybe like a tulip. Cause you know how
Like
they
a tulip?
start
Like you
like
saw,
this
like-
and then
uh-huh.
they like that. Definitely a tulip.
Tulip, I'm learning about myself. Who needs a Zodiac sign? First thing I noticed about you on set is that Hallie has a generosity that I have not seen in a co-star or a human being for that matter in quite some time. Everyone feels better about being in a place when Hallie is in a place. And that's actually quite hard to miss.
Definitely reggae is the best advice, for sure. He started.
The audio is a little muffled, but I do have another clip we can look at really quick.
If you cheat and get away with it, you win.
I definitely believe in soulmates.
Nah. That
what
feels
is
like a
your
yes.
character? What is
Well,
your
yeah, but that's not
character?
pretending. That's.
Well, 'cause you studied
I
it.
didn't pretend. The
Oh,
character
the
does.
character.
Yeah.
Okay.
I walk in as ignorant as I am, and I own that. I would need
Well, that
confidence
was
to do
total.
that.
Yeah.
We're both such shy, retreating
Yeah.
flowers.
Not that. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Of course.
Definitely.
Otherwise, how do the seasons change?
Yeah. There he goes. Very poetic again.
Happiness is like a falling leaf, which withers in the winter. And
Okay. I don't know if it's my headphones. It was a little bit loud and muffled for me. But Holly is just so, she has such a cute innocence energy about her. She doesn't need to be with no more thuggish type of men. Yes, people warned her not to do what with the DDG, but she did and had his baby. But she's still alive. She can still course correct, even though she had the baby with DDG. I don't consider DDG to be a hardcore thug, but he was not who I would have picked for her. And we saw what ended up happening. Okay, I covered that story. And yeah, this is the type of man I could see her with. Beautiful, well dressed, well spoken, cultured, classy. This is what you need to be doing. Leave the thugs or the ratchets, even if they're not real thugs, leave them alone. Get you a classy, cultured man. I can't say cultured enough. Now, to some black people, when they hear that, they think white. I don't care what you call it. I like a man that's willing to go wine tasting, willing to listen to the type of music that I like because I like diverse music, doesn't have a problem with candle lit dinners and going to a opera place or something like that. I want to live. I want to explore. And I'm not going to be with nobody that tells me that, oh, we don't do stuff like that. You can't do that. No, I'm not with it. I need a cultured man, a man who knows how to dress, smelling good, good hygiene, well spoken, or willing to learn and all of that. People can always improve. And this is a breath of fresh air again because the films that's promoted, especially to young black girls repeatedly, is stereotypical type of films. If it's not a tragic slave movie showing you getting treated like crap and beat up, it's about living in a hood somewhere. A little bit of love, but it's that thug and thugette love, and it's hard, it's rough. It's always something about struggle or problems, jail, getting cursed out, something, drama. It's good to see something lighthearted and loving and cute for once, promoted and pushed to black girls and women. It's not common. I do love Boomerang, but Boomerang came out in the 90s, okay? Um, I didn't really see all of Think Like a Man and stuff. You know, that film had an all-star cast. The Best Man was good, but this is something different. And I've seen younger black girls on TikTok being making videos asking, do you have or do we have any type of films that's like a Barbie or a comedy or cutesy? And you have some people shaming these girls saying, oh, you mean white? I'm like, shut the F up. Shut up. We're not all ghetto and rough. We don't all want that type of life. And so what if some black girls want to see a black Barbie or a little whimsical, maybe a little ditzy, but a little whimsical. we want some of that sometimes because despite what some people think within society, we're not all like what people think. We're not. And I can't stand being stereotyped. Okay? I literally just had this happen to me a few days ago. These two white girls, they look beautiful. They were dressed nice. I didn't know where they were going. So I'm like, where are you going? You look so cute. We're girls. And they were very sweet. They're like, we're going to prom. I'm like, oh my God, look at you and everything. But then they started talking to me with turning their heads like, yeah, girl. Yeah. And yeah, girl. The flavor. And it was cute, but it was also like, come on. Like, we don't all talk like that. Now, sometimes I can. I'm not going to lie to you. Sometimes, but not all the time. I'm not like that all the time, and I don't want people thinking that I act like that just because I'm Black American. Like, don't get me wrong. Yes, I have said, yes, girl, yes, child. But I'm not strongly like that. That stereotype, like, yeah, girl, how you doing, girl? What? Say what? I know you playing that ninja. I don't even call black people the N-word. I don't like to talk like that. So, I know y'all might see me curse some people out sometimes on my lives and videos, but I know how to calm it down. And I don't talk like that. I don't want people thinking, but they didn't mean any harm by it, but it just happened immediately. The twirl of the neck. Yes, girl. That stereotypical Shanae, the flavor thing. Yeah, but you don't have to talk to me like that to relate to me, because that's not how I approach them. And I don't want to be stereotyped that way. We can connect. I am a regular person just like you. There is a such thing as culture. I know that. And some people might think, well, that's a cultural thing. And I've met white women way more hood and ghetto and so-called black than me at drive-throughs and stuff. I'm like, these women grew up in the hood around nothing but black people. They more black and hood than I am, the stereotype. But yeah, I don't like it, because I just saw something else today on Instagram where apparently they're saying that the black American fertility, we're not having children. So people are all in the comment section saying, what's happening? What's happening? Why aren't they having kids? Other people are saying, thank God the crime is going to go down. All this other stuff. And a lot of them kept saying, oh, it's because they all got abort. You know what? And I'm like, I said to some of them, first of all, we don't all get abort. We don't all even have children. Now, I'm not going to lie. There are a number who do. But we don't all have aborts. We don't all end up pregnant and have aborts. Not one person thought that a lot of us don't want to be baby mamas anymore. We talk about that. We don't want that no more. Black men, not, I'm not saying there's not a lot of black women who are, look, there are a number who are baby mamas. There's also a growing number who aren't. We don't want that. A number of us. It can happen, but it's not what we all want. Not only that, but I also said, do you not see all these black men with kids with white women and other races? That didn't factor into your mind as to why the birth rate is declining, because they're not reproducing with women within their own ethnicity. That's a factor. It's also a factor that, yes, some do get abort. It is real, but not in the high numbers people always say. We're not all getting pregnant. And there's also a number of black women who are child-free by choice, and a number who simply didn't end up pregnant from abstinence, condoms, not having sex, or it just didn't happen. Everyone wants to run. I can't stand it. Like, stop trying to stereotype us all the time. I'm sick of it. And I do understand some stereotypes can be based on truth, because yes, there is a significant amount who have kids out of wedlock. But damn, that's the first thing some people think. Oh, they must all have abort. There have even been women who think, well, if you didn't have kids, you must have had an abort before. Actually, no, I haven't. You know? Let me look in this comments. Hold on. Guilty Angel says we need more leading black actresses. Mr. Universe said, yeah, the cartoonish type of thing. You know what's crazy is that there are people, there are some people not black. They're more of the stereotype than I am. They listen to toxic hip hop music. They dress a certain way. They speak a certain way. They blast the music in their cars. And I'm opposite. And some people might say, oh, she's sort of white. I don't care. But if we were to stand in a room together, there would be some people who would assume I'm the hood one before him or her. And I know culturally you would probably think that sometimes. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see. What about Asians and white people? Tell me more. What's the question about Asian people and white people? Ash says, honey, I believe in this film and I will support it. It definitely, I mean, they're kind of saying if this doesn't get support and doesn't do the numbers, you might not always see films like this. You know, black people, you want representation. You're tired of the slave tragic movies and the fighting and arguing and the gang movies and stuff. You know, I don't like black people who try to hold on to being a stereotype. I see that every day on TikTok. We don't do this. We don't do that. When it comes to pets, we don't honey, I'm a fur baby lover. My baby can come anywhere she wants to go. She can come in the kitchen. Now, I don't do the whole climbing on the counter thing because it's dangerous. I'm cooking and stuff, and but they walk around anywhere they want in the house. They can sleep in the bed with me. I'm hugging, kiss my baby on the cheek. I'm very much a fur baby lover. And I'm tired of black people. If you're not one, stop going on the internet lying saying we don't. Yeah, a large number of you are anti-love of the animals for some weird reason, but I'm not one of them. I love the damn fur babies, and I have been seeing a growing number of black people loving they damn fur babies, and I'm happy to see it, because I don't mess with people that don't like animals. I'm not saying you got to kiss all over all of them, but if you mean to animals, or you don't like animals, something wrong with you. You're not a regular human. Something wrong with your soul. I'm sorry. Something wrong with you. I think you're evil, or you're masculine, especially a woman. You must be a masculine woman or something. You don't have no love for no damn fur baby. And I ain't saying, look, I understand if you're allergic to them. That's different. But I'm talking about people who say, shoo, cat, shoo, I don't, never, and nasty, or think, I don't like when black people always clowning white people for being loving people, loving the animals, taking care of them, having a wedding for them or a picnic. So what? That's love, baby. That's love. Get some love in your heart. Shit, I ain't no barbaric person. What the hell's wrong with you? I love my damn fur babies. They my damn children. I just bought my baby some chicken to boil yesterday. So I ain't messing with you if you evil. You got something against animals. That don't mean, again, I just saw one lady letting her dog eat at the buffet, and people, no, I'm not doing that now. She had the dog right at the buffet tray. No, I have my limits, but yeah, I hold my fur baby. I talk to her in baby talk. I hold her in my arms. I kiss near their nose. I kiss their nose. I talk to them. Shoot, you damn right. And if I could take them to I want to take them to the spa. Shit, y'all gotta get some love in your heart. If you shit, animals are the most purest little things in the world besides a baby, seriously. So, yeah, my baby, she like boiled chicken. I don't often always give her that, but she likes boiled chicken. Um, she's been having some issues, so I had bought a can of shrimp. I was looking to buy her some real shrimp and just bake it. Um, she's had a lot. She likes frosting. You can't give them a lot of that though. It's not good for them. But yeah. So yeah. Okay, so support this film in my opinion. 20, she is so lucky. Mona says, I have a cat, she's 20. She is so lucky to live that long. Mr. Universe says, I love animals, but I draw the line at kissing. When you love them so much, you don't even give a damn, to be honest with you. I used to be one of them people, but when I look into her cute little eyes and I see my damn child, I mean, it ain't gonna kill you to kiss their nose and then just go wash, get some alcohol and put on your lips, or go get some soap and wash it. I mean, they're just cute little note. My baby, my baby. Your heart will melt so much you don't even care, to be honest with you. So I just love them. Okay, so support the film. It's extremely important, and I definitely will be seeing this. Now, look, I'm gonna move on to a subject that is not pretty. I know we have fun, you see good things, but I'm talking about the world, and the world ain't pretty. There's good things on the news and there's horrible things, and I cover all of them in one video. So let's get into it. Okay. There's no music with this. I know a lot of you have heard about this. I think I might have covered this in my shorts. Oh, Lord, Lord, Lord. She's no longer with us, this little baby. She was 7 years old. 7 years old, a baby. And they don't know if they're going to give this guy, he was a FedEx driver. They don't know if they're going to give him the D penalty or life in prison. You know what I think? Give him the damn D penalty. He's accused. He's not accused. He did it. He kidnapped her. And I have a problem with the news media. And it's pissing me off severely. I'm tired of it. Where they're saying that he murdered her. Yes, he did. But the news media at large is only saying that he took her, told the father that he accidentally hit her with a car, and then they found out, no, he did not hit her with the car. He kidnapped her, and then they said he strangled her. The part that the news media will not mention, and I'm going to say it. I usually have to change the word. I can't say it, but he raped her. The news will just mention kidnapping and strangling. Why the F aren't you telling the public that he raped her and that they found his sperm on her? They said in places sperm shouldn't be. They played the recording of her last moments and they had to turn it off. And some people, whoever, they're trying to say that he suffers from autism or ADHD or something like that, where they're saying that, oh, he's not mentally all the way there. It's pretty funny that men, no matter whether they have autism or not, still remember to whip out their eggplant and hurt someone with it, literally, because that's a baby, a little girl. A man... I had spoke to someone and I said, why isn't the news media saying the grape? They only mention abduction and kidnapping. And I will see people in the comments section saying, why, but why? I'm like, don't you understand? What? They don't even know. People in the comments section don't even think in their mind, he didn't just pick her up and strangle her. He raped her and then strangled her. That's what they always do to children and women when they take us. Y'all don't know that? That's the whole point. I'm not saying that to y'all in the chat, but that's what the news media is trying to manipulate the story. They're trying to cover for these animals. They don't want the public to know how gruesome it really was. And someone told me it's because they can't take it. The public won't be able to take it. They won't be able to take hearing the truth. They need to hear the truth. Stop protecting the image of the monster. Tell the public what he did to her. She's no longer here. It's not embarrassing her or hurting her. Look at her face and tell the news and put on CNN in the headline, 7-year-old little girl snatched up from a FedEx driver, brutally fucking raped, his semen's found all over her, and strangled to death. Put that in the headline. You know why I'm saying that? But because if people in society actually was told what they do, hardcore what happened, you might finally fucking get outraged for once like you should be. Maybe you would actually care and be hurt and angry enough once you hear the fucking details of what he did. All of them. So then you can finally say, we need to get the damn D penalty up in here. Quick. No question. D penalty. Why does he get to live, but she doesn't get to grow up? She will never have a husband and children. She will never get to date. She will never see her parents again. She was taken off the earth and her little tiny womb brutalized also, because that is also a crime. She didn't get to live, so why the fuck does he get to live? That's how I feel. Why do you get to live, but she can't? She didn't get to. What makes you so special that you get to live up in jail with internet and bussy you probably going up in and eating meals that taxpayers have to pay for? Why should you get to live and she didn't get to? That's how I feel the law should be. People are saying, damn, are they doing damn background checks on these damn FedEx workers and people? A lot of men who have great work for these type of companies. A lot of grapists work for Uber, DoorDash, thrift stores, UPS, FedEx, truck drivers, because they can't get certain jobs. The public keeps crying. I'm tired of it every damn month. And then they put some balloons. She's with Jesus now. Is that supposed to make me feel better? I want justice now that I can see. Change the damn laws and start executing them. Start giving the D penalty. It shouldn't even be a question if he should get a D penalty. Imagine what she went through, being snatched up and her fucking underwear snatched off and him hurting the hell out of her vagina like that. Screaming, a little baby, and being strangled to death with his fucking sperm all over her. I can't say it. Let me calm down. I got a strike on my channel before and I got like this and said it. But get the damn D penalty. Y'all better hope I was president. Because I'm telling you, the same way the president can give pardons, I would be demanding the D penalty for some people. Without question, quickly, within the week. So, if the public has a problem hearing grape, I need you to think what's wrong with you that you can't stand hearing it. You don't want to know that she was grape? You rather just hear, oh, he just grabbed her up and strangled her. That ain't how the story usually goes. And I was shocked at the amount of people in comment sections who couldn't even fathom that he graped her. You honestly think he just picked up a little girl and just did that. But some people are crazy like that and don't always grape. Majority of men do when they take a woman and a child. You can honor her by telling the effing truth, news people, and stop protecting the image of these barbaric monsters. And tell what he did. I'm telling you, you see this all the time. You'll just hear how a woman or a girl was murdered. That's all you hear. They ain't even gonna put in the headline, oh, she was also raped. They want to leave that part out for some weird reason. And that pisses me off severely. It doesn't make the crime sound as bad to some people as what it actually was. In my opinion, I feel like they're slapping me in the face, basically saying, oh, we don't think rape is a crime. We don't think it's a big deal to be violated. That we don't think it's a big deal. That's why we're not mentioning it. That's how I feel every time I see it every damn week. It pisses me off. Give them the damn D penalty. That's how I feel. I don't understand it. I don't understand how people are able to take people's lives in cold blood and they get to walk around living. Where's the damn empathy for the victim? They don't get to live. They get to go out, get out of jail, lie to women, cover stuff up and get remarried and then have kids of their own and go on living. That's disgusting to me. Let's go to the next topic. I know a lot of you heard about Brandy. Brandy is a legend. Guilty Angel says, what happened to this world? Men have been graping us since the beginning of time, all over the globe. They even have it in certain Middle Eastern countries where the man won't even go to jail unless there are 5 witnesses that the man held you down and graped you. As if there are people present to witness the man graping the woman. As long as men run this world, You ain't gonna never see justice for no woman when it comes to this issue because they are in on it. A lot of them. I'm not saying all of them, but a lot of them. They have empathy for them because they're men. Or they'll blame a woman. That's why they don't want women in power. That's why they don't want us to be president. They don't want us to get power because they know we would be coming for them. They know a woman like me would be handing out death penalties about it. So you ain't gonna never see true justice for no woman on the planet as long as men is running this shit, which I'm sad to say I think they always will, to be honest with you. It makes me sick a little bit. I mean, there could be balance, but with men and women running it together, but men don't want to share it. They don't want to share the power, a lot of them. Everywhere you go on the planet, I don't give a damn what religion they practice in or what culture they are. All the women get treated like shit. Like a fucking piece of cow, a farm animal, property. You need to prove that you was great. We need 5 witnesses. And in other countries, they lash the women when they get raped. How you gonna lash me with 100 lashes and I'm the damn victim? Do you see this global problem they have towards their mothers, the women who give birth to them? Do you see it? All around the globe. I don't care what religion it is. Shit, all of them. Unfortunately, we're not as physically strong as them. That's the only advantage they got. That's just the truth. If they didn't have that, we'd be whooping y'all asses, to be real with you. But we can't. So, the ones that deserve it. The ones that deserve it. Okay? But it's everywhere. In India, Pakistan, Muslim countries, Africa, the United States. I've heard about what's happening in England, child. I ain't even gonna get into that. So, oh my Lord Jesus. Oh my God, Guilty Angel says my mom was raised in Iran. Oh my God, I didn't know that. Girl, I heard about it. I saw that movie, Not Without My Daughter. Lord. Okay, let me stay on topic. We have Brandy. Brandy is a legend. I don't like to compare Brandy and Beyonce because Brandy was before Beyonce. To me, Brandy was the Beyonce of the 90s, in my opinion. She already did everything. She has nothing to prove. She's already had a very lucrative, iconic career. She's already been the first Black Cinderella. She already had a Barbie doll. She already was a cover girl. These are things that was not always seen, and she did it. Brandy paved the way. Brandy paved the way for Beyonce, just like women before Brandy paved the way. And Beyonce has worked very hard. And no one can take that from her. She works hard. She's always releasing an album. Do I like every song she releases? No. I like more of her older music, but she does work very hard. And Brandy worked very hard, you know? Brandy to me is R&B. She's R&B, real R&B. Beyonce was R&B, then she went kind of pop. I said before, Michael Jackson went pop, became the king of pop. When you go pop, you become more global. When you only stick to R&B, you stay in a certain demographic. Beyonce is a global star because she appeals to all people and she makes music that is considered pop these days, a lot of it. And that's the key thing to becoming more global. It doesn't take away Brandy's success. Brandy was doing the damn thing before social media even is what it is. And I don't think she has a beef with Beyonce, but she look, Dark Child. Every time you hear, look, Toni Braxton, who do you think I am? Don't you know that he was my man? I can't do it like Toni, but Dark Child, Dark Child, you always hear Dark Child on Tony Braxton songs, and you hear Dark Child with Brandy. Dark Child is a producer, Rodney Jerkins, okay? And he made a lot of hits with Brandy. They were like a team, sort of like Zendaya and Law Roach, okay? So Brandy says, look, Brandy, I don't consider her career to have fallen off. I feel like she's a legend. She hasn't, things change, but she did her shit. Brandy's an icon, is that's just is what it is, right? She just got her Hollywood star. And Brandy and Darkchild, Rodney Jerkins, I just thought Brandy took a break from music type of thing, but now I'm finding out that she actually had something happen between her and Rodney Jerkins, and something happened, and she said that he said he used Beyonce as a threat to her and said, "Forget you. I'm gonna sell 5 million records with Beyonce." Now, I don't know what happened behind the scenes that your producer would say, "Forget you. I'm going to go to Beyonce." I don't know. I don't know, but it caused a rift between her and Darkchild from what I hear. She hasn't even worked with him after he did that. Yeah, I would find it hard to, like, you, who you talking to, number one? You don't talk to me like that. Forget you. I'm gonna go, like, you ain't nothing. I got Beyonce now. I'm gonna go make Beyonce a star and forget you. First of all, she doesn't have to depend on Rodney Jerkins for a career. There are other producers. What is this cult thing in the black entertainment thing? There was another woman who said it's like a cult, some of it. But why do I have to just work with you? There's other producers. There's Missy. There's Timbaland. There's Ryan Leslie. There's others. I don't just have to work with you, even though they have proven to be a successful duo, okay, in music. So let's see. Hold on. Hold on. Brandy is pretty talented, and I don't think she deserves just as much praise as Beyonce. What? Oh, okay. I do think she did. I mean, Brandy already. It's like every generation is forgetting the greats. Brandy already is Beyonce before Beyonce. Brandy is a household name in music. She was out before Beyonce. She was on VH1 Divas. At that time, that was the greatest invite you could possibly get. That's when the greatest women in music did a concert on VH1 all together. You had to be at the top to even get on there. Mariah Carey, Brandy, Tina Turner, Shania Twain, Aretha Franklin, just to name a few. Brandy was on there because she was that chick. I think that just because you don't see her constantly like you used to, people forget how great and who she is. It's like Brandy already did it already. She's solidified. You know what I'm saying? She shouldn't be mad at Beyonce for being bigger than her. I don't consider. Hold on now. Look, girl, Ari, you getting me kind of hyped up. I gotta calm down. Like, I don't play about Brandy. Just give me a second. I want to say something, but I don't want to sound like I'm dissing Beyonce. Beyonce does not have better music than Brandy. Damn sure not these past couple of years. Damn sure not these last couple of years. Brandy's catalog in R&B surpasses Beyonce. Yes, Beyonce had some hits. I do like Irreplaceable. I like Say My Name. I like a lot of her music in the original Destiny's Child. Some of her solo songs, her first album was pretty good, but later down the line, she just keeps pushing out albums. She keeps getting pushed above everybody, and her music is not even quality. Some of it is nothing that I would see that's timeless or that is like, oh my God, who made this? Oh, this is so good. No, not these last couple of years. That country album was disgusting. She did not, I'm sorry. But I can't, when you talk like this as a black woman, the first thing they say is you're a hater. I'm not a hater. Beyonce does have some good shit earlier in her career. I don't know what's going on, why she's been the only one promoted. Yes, we know she works hard. Just because you put out a fucking album every year doesn't make your shit the greatest. It just means you keep putting out albums and nobody else is being promoted or marketed, and they keep pushing only you, and all the other black women who are just as talented are being shitted on. I even heard about a certain producer who was like in a cult with Beyonce, that whole Carrie Hilson shit. Oh, she said something. She claimed her label said it. Oh, fuck you, Carrie Hilson. We won't work with you. Blackballing her. And every woman that comes out has to fucking praise Beyonce as if they're in a fucking cult. Yeah, I said the shit. I've been holding this in. It's true. Like, they must kiss her ass, even if they don't even like her music that much. I'll give you the respect that you are a hardworking entertainer, but your music ain't all that these days. And you can't say that, damn sure can't say that as a black woman, because music as a whole has gone to shit. All the genres. It ain't nothing like the 90s where you had black women, white women, all types of shit making good music. The music industry hasn't been shit in years, and Beyonce has been the only one kind of holding it or being pushed, while other talented black women get fucked over because they're in a fucking Beyonce cult. I'm not a part of the Beehive. I actually like music. And if I think something is good, I'll say it's good. If I think that it's not hitting, I should be able to say that without being, oh, you're not supporting a black woman. I do. Have you not seen Beyonce pictures on my videos? I like some of her stuff. She's not the only one though. Are we forgetting Brandy, Toni Braxton, Janet Jackson, Maya, Aaliyah? I can name even more. Monica. But yet I have to pretend none of these women exist just because Beyonce has been the only one pushed for fucking 20 years, and all of a sudden I have to shit on the greats before her like they don't matter, and they make better fucking music than half of her shit? Please, child. I'm more angry. I get angry when it comes to this issue because I see what the hell is going on for a minute, where you are forced to have to worship Beyonce. You cannot critique her music. You can't even critique it and say, when Diane Warren simply said, why did you need damn near 30 writers for one simple ass song? Then all of a sudden, black people wanted to turn on Diane Warren. Mind you, Diane Warren, who was white, has written some of the greatest songs by black artists in history. Check out the songs that she actually wrote. She knows music. She doesn't have to get 30 other fucking people to write a 4-minute song because she's talented. So she was asking, why does you need 30 writers to come up with a song? You couldn't write a song in 4 minutes? We know Beyonce can write music because she did that at the beginning of her career and won awards for it. You have the top writer in the industry who asked that question, and all of a sudden black people wanted to say, Diane Warren is a racist. Diane Warren, how could you fuck Diane Warren? Because you're in the fucking Beyonce call and you're fucking racist. How dare Diane Warren, a white woman, ask that question? You mean Diane Warren, who has written songs for the top fucking black people in the industry? Songs that y'all love? She loves music, but she can't critique her music because she's black, and Beyonce is off limits to any critique because she's black. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with kissing nobody ass because they black. If I don't like your damn music, why do I have to kiss the ring and bow down and claim some shit was good that sucked? Just because of who you are. I understand what she represents. I understand that in the industry ain't been shit in a minute, and all people got is Beyonce and nobody else dominating. You have to ask the question, why the fuck don't they ever let other black women get to shine? Why? Why do you have to only be stuck with her ass for 20 years and she ain't even making nothing that damn good no more? And I got to lie about it. It was racism when they got mad about that country album. Did you hear that shit? I listened to country music. That was not a country album. Some of that shit was like, what the fuck? She's mumbling and talking. She's not even singing. And I'm supposed to, as a music lover, lie and say this is music because of who she is. Fucking up country music. Yeah, I said the shit. I can't wait to see who gets mad that I'm finally saying this shit out loud because I've been holding it in. And I don't think she can't sing country music. Beyonce should dabble in different genres. Black women should not have to stay in one type of genre. And just because we invented country music, child, y'all abandoned country music fucking decades ago. Y'all don't even promote listening to that shit at large. And when you do, some of y'all ain't even singing country music. It don't even sound like country music. Same thing with rock and roll. Yeah, rock and roll, Chuck Berry and everything, but the rock of that day, that shit ain't no Guns N' Roses type shit. Stop lying about that shit. That shit ain't Guns N' Roses and fucking White Snake and Bon Jovi. Y'all don't be singing shit like that on average. It changed and the shit is good. Bon Jovi is good. Guns N' Roses is good. You do have black people who are alternative. And guess what? Black people refuse to support their asses and say, you're whitewashed or we don't listen to this shit. K. Michelle sings country music. But as soon as Beyonce came out, everybody wanted to pretend like she was the first black woman in country or she made country hot when there have been other black women in the industry who get shitted on by black people, who don't even get support for actually singing actual country music. But because Beyonce is popular and of her name and because she's been the only one promoted, everybody had to act like that shit was country or that it was so great. I'm like, how the fuck is talking on a song and mumbling, singing? I can't wait to hear what y'all call me what you want. Can't nobody say nothing to me because I actually put Beyonce on my videos and I still like some of her songs and I support her for what she represents and she's a hard worker. I'm just saying that I'm not a part of the cult. I will not be kissing the fucking ring and lying that all her music is good when some of that shit, it's a damn shame how other women, black women in R&B have been fucked over and not promoted, who actually sing better or had better music during certain times where they were not promoted because they pay the radio stations to only play their music. And there's some, you can say the Illuminati shit and all that other stuff in the industry. Brandy sings just as good, if not better. And her music, you play Brandy's hits. There's no question that her music is better than Beyonce's. I ain't heard shit from Beyonce that touched my soul. She don't even have, I say this with love because the power that Beyonce has in the industry, I think it's a damn shame she ain't using it all the way like she could. She barely collaborates with any other women in the industry. Only if they're super popular, she'll latch on. She doesn't promote or work with other women. She don't do a tour with the other black women in the industry. She don't. Let me calm down. I'm forgetting my thoughts. Lord, I gotta calm down a second. You don't see Beyonce working with no black women. You can barely name anything she has made in her long ass career. That's think of this. Whitney Houston has I Will Always Love You. Yes, Dolly Parton wrote it. Whitney perfected it. Massive global hit. She don't have a Celine Dion, My Heart Will Go On. The greatest fucking song that came out the whole damn year, everybody. She don't have a Mariah Carey, Hero. What ballad does she have that touches the soul where people are fucking almost crying and saying, who the fuck wrote this? I can't name shit at large from her. Don't get me wrong. You have single ladies. That's a bop. All the single ladies. Oh. That's not a ballad. That's not a heart, soul crushing song that touches the world. That will be sung for generations that you're remembered by. She doesn't have any at large. And I think that's crazy to have won that many Grammys, to have been in the industry as long as she has been in it. And I can barely name anything that is legendary like what I just named. Nothing beautiful, nothing with soul. I don't feel her soul. She doesn't sing. I don't feel her soul. It bothers me. You know why it bothers me too? Because I know Beyonce can sing. When I watched her at the Grammys at the beginning of her career solo, she sang Dangerously in Love. Everybody was mesmerized. It was fucking beautiful. And that's when I said, oh my God, yes, this woman can sing. And that's when she was a little bit more R&B. She had that soul. She used to wear her hair in other freaking hairstyles and all types of stuff. And then later down the line, she got with Jay-Z. She started doing mumble rap and talking in her songs. She wasn't even singing. Talking on songs, talking about putting the Bible up her vagina on her menstrual cycle. The fuck is she talking about? But yes, she's supposedly some church woman. And all this other stuff, and talking on the songs. And she just didn't release anything that was powerful. Nothing massive that was powerful. A few pop bops that gave her some success, irreplaceable, but nothing like a Whitney, a Celine Dion, nothing. I can't, please, nothing like that. And it makes me sick because they keep saying she's the greatest. I don't agree with that. Was her greatest massive ballad, global ballad, love song, soul crushing, R&B, high note, meaningful, a message, rememberable 50 years from now. Something you say, who the fuck wrote that? Get mad if you want to. It's just the damn truth. And it makes me sick with the amount of power she has. I would love to see Beyonce actually team up with the women. Beyonce don't want to share it. She don't want to. She don't do tours. Why don't she do a tour with Brandy? Brandy, Monica, Tamia, Kiki Wyatt, Mariah Carey, the greats. R&B ain't shit no more at large. Why don't she set up a tour for the greats in R&B that's still alive to actually tour? You'll probably never see it because she don't like to collaborate with other great black women. You ain't gonna never see it. And I'm tired of the greats before her with better fucking music being shitted on. That shit pisses me off. Janet Jackson. Black American music royalty. Janet Jackson's catalog. Now look, I ain't gonna lie, Janet Jackson cannot sing like Beyonce. I can be honest with you. But her catalog and her hits are freaking legendary and incredible. She's still alive. And people act like Janet ain't nothing no more. Toni Braxton, still alive. Tamia, still alive. And Mariah Carey is a... Don't you ever in your fucking life say that Beyonce is a better fucking singer or greater than Mariah Carey. I'll e-slap your ass with that. Because that's a damn lie. There's a conspiracy against Mariah Carey. No one's touching her at large. And she has the greatest hits, and that's a fact. The most number one hits than any woman in music. And people have the audacity to say, well, do you hear Mariah now? Mariah's damn near 60. Some of y'all were not even alive to witness who she is and the greatness of her. You must be crazy. Beyonce is after the greats. Beyonce is the last superstar there's been in Rihanna. And I guess Taylor Swift and Adele. There ain't been none yet. And it's not because they're not out there. It's because the industry ain't shit no more and they don't promote nobody. And I said everything I said with love. This is pent up frustration because I literally have to watch people act like they're in a cult when it comes to Beyonce and music. People who love music, you can't even critique her music. If I said some of her shit sucked, which it did, guess what? I also like other stuff she made that didn't suck. But I'm not allowed to say any of it sucked without you're a hater against her. Kiss my butt. I'm a lover of music. And I'm not kissing the ring of some whack ass music being made. I'm not doing it. Shit. That don't mean she can't come out with nothing good. She need to work with Timbaland and Missy. Beyonce need to get back to her R&B roots. Ever since she left, no. She needs to get back to them Destiny Child days and come out with that good shit. In my opinion. Stop putting out shit just to stay relevant and just to stay popular and on top, and actually get back to your craft and put out quality music and get back to some R&B. Please, Lord, work with Babyface and Timbaland and Missy, please. In my opinion, because our music has gone to shit and I can't take it no more. That's why everybody's going crazy about, please, Lord, bring back 90s R&B. God, what happened to our music? Please, God, save it. All the 90s R&B singers ain't even dead. But the industry is in a cult. And they won't let them shine no more, no matter how good they sing and what they do. I don't know what Beyonce did, but they do this to all the black women, honestly. Even in the modeling industry, I've said, name some black women who are models who have been dominating. That's American. The last one was Tyra Banks, and that was in the damn 90s. All you got is Tyra and Naomi at large. And Naomi ain't even American, but still. That's what they do. That's what they do. And now, when I saw what they did to Britney Spears when it comes to Beyonce, I was disgusted what they made Britney do about Beyonce. I was disgusted what I saw. I couldn't believe it. That's when I knew. Nah, no, it's some cult shit going on up in here. I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm not saying it's all Beyonce, but it's something in the industry where no matter how talented you are, you must bow down to certain people. You must pretend to be a super fan, and you wouldn't be here if all this other shit. Let me be a singer. I'm gonna name names of who I listen to. When they say, "Who did you love? Who did you admire?" I'm going to tell you. Janet Jackson, Toni Braxton, Sade, Mariah Carey, Brandy, Maya, Monica, Shania Twain, Celine Dion. Yeah, that's who I'm going to drop these names, baby. I don't have to give the name that y'all think I'm supposed to give because I'm supposed to be bowing to people. So before I move on, I will say that Beyonce does work hard. She stays on her diet. But she also does that to continue to dominate the industry without always putting out actually quality music, in my opinion. And I don't like that as a person that likes music. Get back to some good shit like the Destiny Child's days and when she first went solo. My opinion, I still got love for her. Y'all still see her up over here. But I'm not going to be in nobody's cult. I'm letting you know that. Oof. Oh, thank you, baby. Thank you. Thank you. And before I go to the next topic, it hurts me. There'll be people who just saw how I went off and they'll be mad. They won't even listen to nothing I said and understand what I'm saying. It hurts me to see Black women who I grew up listening to, who were dominating the industry. And just because we're in the year 2026 and now we have social media, which pumps numbers up, and there's a new generation now alive, that I'm supposed to pretend these women don't exist. And I don't know how great they are. Just because you are Gen Z or Gen Alpha and you didn't grow up on Janet Jackson, that doesn't mean she ain't the shit. You just weren't alive to witness it. And just because the only Black woman you've been seeing in music has been Beyonce since you've been living, guess what? There are other women before her and during her time. Mega hits, big names. And I'm tired of people pretending as if these women aren't who they are and that they don't mean anything, or just because you have to always compare yourself to Beyonce now. Just because Beyonce has had longevity. Mariah Carey has had the longest longevity, actually. Every generation loving her music. So just because, oh, they don't have tragic careers. Not when they were dominating before Beyonce went solo. The industry has changed. Some of them didn't want to sleep with certain people. And I'm not saying that Beyonce did that. I don't know all of what's going on with her, but I'm just saying. And I know there are stars and then there are megastars. I can admit that Beyonce is a megastar because she is global. But the key thing nobody ever factors in is that most of the great Black women we speak of were R&B singers, true to the R&B. Good ass R&B. Beyonce is a pop singer now. That is the key difference. Y'all want real R&B? Y'all better ask some of the greats that's still alive that actually fucking sing R&B to come back or get promoted. I hate what I've seen happen to R&B. All these R&B women singers calling men the N-word all in their songs now. Since when the hell was that happening? N-words and tattoos all over their fucking faces and stuff. Yes, I love Kehlani's music, but still, I don't like where I'm seeing things being pushed. Bring us back to the Toni Braxton days of class and beauty and real R&B. Or some Aaliyah type of music with a fuse of R&B, some hip-hop Timbaland type of stuff. So, okay. I'm calm now. I'm a very passionate person. This new music ain't shit at large. Because the men don't want to love, and R&B is love. They're not singing with the soul. They trying to give our music away to foreign people. And I'm not gonna lie, some of them British artists do make better music than what I hear over here. R&B. But where did they learn it from? I don't like how the greats are being phased out as if they're not alive. Babyface ain't dead. Timbaland ain't dead. Diane Warren ain't dead. The music ain't nothing like what it was. I blame streaming too for it. Okay. So Brandy, sorry to go on my little rant. I will say that I support all of the great Black women in music. And Beyonce is a part of them. If Beyonce were to die today, I would be sad about it, because I actually did grow up listening to her music and Destiny's Child, and I know how much she has worked, even if I don't like all her stuff. It would be sad. It would. Same as Brandy and Monica, Janet. But I'm tired of other Black women being shitted on and Black women making you feel that you must say all of Beyonce's music is hitting when it's not. You have to lie about it. I'm not going to do it. Okay. So Brandy, Dark Child crapped on her, said, I'm going to Beyonce. I can make money with her. I don't know what the hell happened. Let's see. She has been running her mouth saying awful things about Beyonce to him behind the scenes and showing her jealousy. That's why he knew a statement like that would be a gut punch to Brandy. That could possibly be true. But can I say something I'm not supposed to say? Some of y'all are so obsessed with Beyonce. First of all, she barely talks. Why doesn't she do interviews more? Why doesn't she give a tour? I understand the mystery and celebrity. You got to be careful. But back in the day, a celebrity would actually show you a tour around their home or a day in their life, something where you feel that you can relate to them or you can actually feel connected. Something. Beyonce doesn't talk about anything. She doesn't talk at large. She doesn't do interviews. She doesn't do interviews with Black media. I wish I would have the power that she has. I would be on Black media. I would even go to the Shade Room, and I know the Shade Room can be messy sometimes, but it is the #1 Black media website. I would even allow them an interview with me. My people. She don't connect to your people. Talk to your people. I would do that. Also other races, but you get what I'm saying? Go on some Black news media shit and talk to them or something. You don't see nothing like that. No tours, no behind the scenes for fashion, designers you're working with. Beyonce has so much power. She ain't even using it how she could use it for the Black community. I'm keeping it all the way real with you. And y'all, before people say, well, she don't owe people. I'm not talking about just giving money. I'm talking about the power of, she could do a behind the scenes of her tour. You know, she did wear a lot of Black designers, but most people don't even know that. She could have shown who these Black designers were by doing a documentary or some sort of interview. Sitting down and showing her as a mother for her fans with her and her children. How are you as a mother? What are you teaching your children? Show us a side of you and Jay-Z we don't see. Affectionate something on BET or the Shade Room or something. I think a tour with her, Mariah Carey, Janet Jackson, and the current women of R&B would be genius. Because you're also connecting to a new audience as well. Oh, baby, I ain't never saying nothing bad about Mariah. I love Mariah Carey. Her music is just, it gives me chills. It literally sends chills. And Anita Baker as well. Anita Baker. So they said that Brandy was jealous of Beyonce. And what I was trying to say is that, how do you know Beyonce don't be saying stuff about people? She's a Virgo. They talk a lot of shit, to be real with you, from what I know about Virgos. They're very competitive, very dedicated, very obsessive, very critical, and very nasty. A lot of them. Not all of them, but a lot of them. How do you know Beyonce ain't talk shit? She barely talk. Nobody don't really even know her personality like that. They don't. I'm not saying that all of them are like that, but a number are. A number of them are. They don't want anyone to have shine like them. A lot of them. They want to be the top, and Beyonce did say in her song, "Bow, bitches." She said that in a song, and she meant that shit. I'm telling you. So, how do y'all know what Beyonce be doing behind the scenes? Remember when Christian Keys said a producer was trying to sleep with him? He said, "I know things about your favorite celebrities, black ones." He said that would break your fucking heart if you knew what they were really like. Now, he didn't name names. I'm just saying to say, how do you know Beyonce ain't mean behind the scenes? Shit, who knows what her ass has done? I don't know for sure. You don't really hear too much about her. Not really. She's always been private and very careful. So I don't know 100%. But shit, there could be something between Beyonce and Brandy that don't nobody know about. That they can't speak on. You never know. So they said that Brandy was jealous. And that's why him saying, "I'm going to work with her instead of you," was a gut punch to her. Okay. This person said, Christian Keys is fucking beautiful. He is. And child, yes. Okay. Oh, so is that why when Beyonce came to Monica's concert, Brandy and Monica's concert, that she didn't want to speak to her? She didn't steal something. Rodney ran to her. This person is the way they're writing. Brandy didn't know what was going on with her. She's been lying since Moesha. So they're saying at that concert, that's why Beyonce dodged Brandy. I love Brandy down, but what is this? Somehow the women will take the fault for this. The men are corny. People wouldn't have liked Brandy then. She had a reputation for being mean, a diva, and a liar. Did a whole reality show pretending to be something. Okay. Why can't it be the other way around? Why can't Beyonce be jealous of Brandy? Because in people's mind, they can't fathom it. Even though Brandy was the biggest thing out before Beyonce. If anything, I think Beyonce wanted a career like Brandy, and she did, and others would say, yeah, she did, and then she surpassed Brandy. Okay, let's see. Brandy opens up in her new memoir, Phases, mentioning Beyonce, okay, when the moment she knew her working relationship with Darkchild had come to an end. We were going at it as usual, the way siblings do when they know what buttons to push. Only this time he looked me dead in my eyes and said, "Go do what you're gonna do while I go sell 5 million records with Beyonce." Bleh. The words landed like a gut punch. Damn, that person just said that too. I stormed out of the studio. The humiliation burned through me like a wildfire. Left behind in the ashes was a sad realization that it was time for me to move on. When that man looked me dead in my eyes and said what he said, "Go do what you gonna do while I go sell 5 million records with Beyonce." You damn right it would be over. Who the fuck you talking to? Not only that, but I understand. Yeah, Brandy is an Aquarius. I know Aquarius. My mom is an Aquarius. My grandma was an Aquarius. My aunt's an Aquarius. My cousin's an Aquarius. Um, my great uncle, I never met him. He was an Aquarius. And a couple of my grandma's sisters, I think, were Aquarius too. My great grandma was an Aquarius. So I know the signs, baby. She ain't playing that shit. So yeah, I would be mad too. You look me in my eyes and tell me something like that because you trying to say that I'm not good. You trying to say that she better than me. Even if that's true to some people, who are you to say this to me? No, I'm not playing that. You don't talk. No, he said the wrong damn thing, and I understand, Brandy. He said the wrong damn thing. Okay, so Dark Child had reached his breaking point, and she said he crossed the line. And what he said about with Beyonce changed everything. According to Brandy, they were arguing in the studio. Okay, and that's again when she knew she had to move on. You said the wrong thing, baby. You said the wrong thing. The singer says she stormed out of the studio and she was burning with humiliation and just being angry. And this was the closing of one of R&B's most influential producer artist eras ever, with Dark Child having helped shape her career, her classics, Never Say Never and Full Moon. So, I want to play something. I am an air sign too. Aquarius is an air sign, Gemini is an air sign, and Libra is an air sign. Yes, I am very mental, but I'm the more calm one. I'm the scales, so I'm about balance, having balance and everything. I know I'm the nicer one out of all the air signs. I'm the nicer one, the Libra. I can cut you bad with my mouth. I know I can, and most people don't always get to know because we're very aware and we will hold back. That's why they'll say, oh, Libras keep the peace. It's not because we're pushovers. It's because it's going to be some shit if I open. You really want. I ain't going to get too much into it. I know how to watch it. And I also know, we know that when we actually do care about certain people, we're going to watch certain things we say that could ruin the entire relationship if you push it. And I tell you off like you never thought I could. Yeah, we're quiet, but not. I'm actually sometimes we're quiet, sometimes we're not. We do like peace. So sometimes recharging, being alone. I could not talk for months to someone and it's nothing personal, but they might think that it is, and it's not at all. I just need my space. I need my peace. We think constantly all through the day and night about all types of stuff. We're into everything. Planning, thinking, learning, read, all types of stuff. Observing, we're very analytical. We catch on to shit quick. We see people for who they are very quickly. Cross me. I ain't gonna say too much. A Libra ain't gonna tell you too much. And we're known for the cutoff. Yeah, I don't do that to certain. I just walk away. I don't need to give you any energy. It's just you keep fucking with me. I've had that happen where you just keep pushing, you keep talking shit, and I'm not saying anything. Now you pushing me. Don't. I'm gonna have to tell you. Don't make me do it. I'll just keep the peace for the best of us. But if you want to come toe to toe, a Libra will. But it depends on the situation. It depends on the situation. No, I'm not cruel. I've seen a lot of zodiac signs that I consider to be cruel people. I'm not cruel. I do have the thoughts. My opinions could be raw, but I will word them in a way that they won't hurt you. Because that's not what Libras want to do. But I have my moments even on here when I'm tired and I don't give a shit and I just want to say what I'm actually thinking. But we're not mean, we're not cruel. I don't like bullies. I don't associate with bullies. I see you mistreating an animal. I see you mistreating a person, picking on people. No, I'm not dealing with that. I don't believe in cruelty. I don't believe in being mean. But there are people who can bring that out of you. Certain people can bring that out of you, or some people just don't want the truth. I've realized that too. Society don't like women, especially, to tell the truth. Anytime I do, I'm always getting cursed out on social media for some reason. But I mean, when you think of Libra, think of Charlotte from Smex in the City. But I can also be Samantha and Miranda as well. It depends on the situation. Um, I don't know where the scales. I literally have seen someone say, "Oh, Libras are the debutante and the general mixed together. Those two sides. I can be the sweetest woman in the world to you, and don't bring out the other side. I don't like drama. Can't stand it. I hate dramatic people, always crying, whining. Everything is so dramatic. Deal with the situation. I don't like crying. I have cried. It's not the first thing I do. I like to think, what do I do? How do I fix this? If it's just too much for me, then sometimes that might happen. I have cried when dating a man, more emotional, but not an everyday thing. I have to care for you for that to happen. And we don't care for everyone. Not everyone gets close like that, especially when I've been observing you as a person. If I see some things that's really bad. No, I don't like crying. I don't like it. I have done it. But usually if I love the person, or I have a relationship with them. Like when my cat died, my father, the thought of something happening to my loved one, my mom or my brother, that makes me cry very quickly. But other people I have no ties to or relationship to, I don't cry like that. I have cried watching some movies. I used to cry watching Oprah back in the day. But I'm more of I want to fix it. I try to fix it, the problem. But if it's something I can't fix and it's just so overwhelming, maybe I might cry every now and again, but I do cry over people I love, someone I cared for. I'm not an overly emotional person, and Libra is kind of known for that. The thing is we care more than what some people know. But we also we can be very just quickness. Anyone will tell you that on any Zodiac thing. It's true. I don't deal with bullshit. I don't allow certain people emotionally connected to me. Quickly cut off. No ties to you. You're toxic. You ruin my peace. I don't like you as a person. You will never get emotionally attached with me. And I'm moving on. We're the type of people we can cut off anyone. 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 If I want to or if I have to. And go on with life. And we might cry in the corner at nighttime about it, depending on the situation or who they are. But I will remain gone if I have to do it. But people don't know that. Because I've heard this thing. I remember a guy I was dating. He was going through something about custody with kids. And he was so hurt that I wasn't reacting emotionally. Well, I don't have children, and I just, what can I say? I mean, I hope it works out for you. I hope, what can I do? And he didn't like that I don't know what he wanted from me, but I wasn't emotional enough about it. I mean, it's a fucked up situation. That's the most I can say. I'll go to court. I hope it works out, fight. I mean, they're not my kids, and I don't have kids. I don't know what he wanted. Do men have to walk on eggshells not to piss me off? I wouldn't say that, but you better watch how you talk to me. The thing is, you won't even know that I'm in the process of leaving you or cutting you off. We don't do that. If I care about you and I want it to work, I'll tell you what's bothering me. I don't like how you talk to me. I don't like you said that you hurt my feelings. And if you respond in a way that's cruel, I'm big on character. So if I just see that you are not a good human being, or I don't want kids with you, if I want kids, or I don't want you around, I don't want you around me, then I'll just cut. You got to go. I don't believe in suffering. I don't believe I have to deal with people if I don't want to deal with them. I don't have to have toxicity around me. And I don't believe I have to have people in my life that I don't like. I don't give a damn who it is. You make my world worse. You make my mood bad. You're toxic, you're negative, you're not a good person. I don't trust you. I don't like you. You got to go. You know? And a Libra is so loving. We'll forgive, we'll try to work on it, but it comes to a point where we realize I need to protect my peace. I deserve to be treated with love because I give love. We're very loving and affectionate, but not every man can bring that out. It depends on you, how you are. But and we're very empathy. We have empathy. I gave him empathy. There's no one more empathetic than a Libra, baby. I'm very empathetic, very extremely. I think he wanted me to cry or something though. Like he wanted me to be more emotional about it. I mean, we were just talking. We weren't in love. You're fighting for custody. I don't know what to say to you other than I hope it works out and do what you need to do and go to court. I don't know much more what I could say to that, you know. And he said that, oh, he said, baby, you just seem so cold, you know. And he said, then again, baby, you know, you don't have children, you don't understand. It's like, I can understand the love of wanting to have your kids, but I'm not you. I'm not in this situation. And there's nothing I can do to make this better for you because you're the one who has to go to court and fight for custody. What can I do? Most I can tell you is I'm here for you if you need to talk. I'm the type of person, if there's a problem, not to go too off subject, there was a guy that I used to talk to, and he was interested in a career. And we weren't talking, and then years later, he found me, and then he called me. So he was interested in something, and he was sort of depressive. I believe in friendship before anything. In every relationship that I have, if you're not my friend, I don't fuck with you. We need a friendship. That's very important. Trust, friendship. So immediately, I shouldn't have to do the work for this man. You're a whole grown man. I like strength. I like to see a man getting it or trying to. But I didn't judge. I simply went online and looked up people who were hiring for what he was interested in and then got back to him like, look at this, as a friend, even though he should be doing that. That's the type of thing I mean, a solution thing there for you. I don't like drama over dumb shit. I don't like loud noises around me. I don't like loud people. I don't like people who act different when they're drunk. I don't like being around drunk people who act aggressive. I don't like people who are very dramatic. They fight easily. They argue easily. They go into a panic easily and start screaming or having a drama session. Get it together and let's see how we can try what we can do. And that's also a part of my life where things had gone bad so much that I don't respond to high stress things stressful anymore. I have to go for a walk or just breathe or take it in and then think, what am I going to do? Every now and again, I do cry if it's too much for me. But I don't cry over dumb shit. I don't cry easily all the time. It depends if I have feelings for you or if I care about you. And I do cry when I see horrible stories sometimes about children. I cry because I get frustrated because I can't fix it, like those grape cases and stuff. I am Venus. I'm a Libra. I'm literally Venus, which is love. But we also have that other side. Some stuff they say is true and other stuff is not true. You know, they say, oh, Libras are peacemakers. Libras, yeah, we're keeping the peace because we like peace. And sometimes you have to keep the peace. But we also won't keep the peace if we don't have to. Or if you just keep pushing, or someone needs to finally just be honest with you and say something. People tend to like to treat Libras like shit because they think we're so quiet and nice. And then when they get cut off, they're like, oh, I can't believe this. Or if we finally say something, you know, uh, let's see. Geminis. You go if you want. Go think of Kanye West and Donald Trump. They're Geminis. Were my exes my friends? Well, when I say a friend, I don't mean we start off just as friends because clearly they're interested. But I like to basically build a relationship. I don't like I never like kissing on the first date. I don't know you. Um I need I did do it one time and it was amazing, but that's not something that I do often because that's special to me. Why would I kiss you passionately and stuff and I don't even know you? You haven't even like I don't like there are men who start calling me certain names early. We've only been talking 2 days. You're talking to me like I'm your girlfriend. Like you ain't get to that point yet. I don't like that. I have to see if you deserve this or you know and vice versa. I believe in friendship. I believe in a relationship where I can go to the bathroom with the door open or with you in it and that's not a problem and vice versa. If you can't rub my feet or if I can't take a shower with you naked, that's a problem. I believe in friendship and closeness. My friend, we can talk about stuff together. I don't have to step on eggshells with you. We have conversations. We have similar interests. We learn new things. We have hobbies. We like to. I actually like traveling with you. We actually like watching certain movies together. We actually miss each other. We talk on the phone. I can tell you certain things and vice versa. I don't have a problem using the restroom and you're around. Those type of relationships. I don't want a relationship where I feel like we just fucking each other. We say we love each other and we fucking each other, but we don't actually have a friendship either. I don't like that. No. And a lot of men don't want that, honestly. They want to jump right on into I don't know. You don't get to bond with everybody. It don't happen to everybody bonding. You have men who don't do that for some women. That's why so many marriages fall apart because they don't have real relationships, in my opinion. It's just not, I don't know, child. Not all the time, but you have people who don't even have relationships with each other like they really know each other. It's more like y'all are two people who were thrown together and decided to get married, but you're not friends. Y'all don't y'all don't actually like spending time with each other. Y'all don't talk about your life or bonding and all that other stuff. And I understand you can't do that with everyone. Not everyone gets to get that from you. You know, I'm extremely affectionate. I've talked to a man who never saw that side of me because he never brung it out. He was a mean, aggressive attitude, and he never even experienced it from me, which is sad. Yeah, Mr. Universe says I need time to build trust. I do too, you know. I just I don't know. It takes time. You got to get to know each other. I don't want to do a number two. I mean, I wouldn't want to do a number two while he's there. But if I have that relationship where he's not freaking out if a situation like that happened, let's say we're stuck somewhere and I have diarrhea. If you're going to say, oh, I can't believe you have diarrhea, this ain't it. I don't need that in my life. I need a man who knows this is life. This happens. You okay, baby? Just close the door, whatever, flush the toilet. I don't need no man that acts freaked out by stuff. I need a real relationship. I don't want to do that with the door open. Certain things he don't need to see, but it's the thing of being comfortable where he's not gonna act judging you or freaking out because of something natural. Like I've heard of women scared that, oh my God, my boyfriend, he heard that I farted. I'm like, if a man is gonna leave you because you farted, you don't need to be with him. People fart sometimes. Get over it. Say excuse me. It happens. Now, if you're doing that on purpose in public or around me on purpose, yeah, I don't like that. But if it accidentally happens, just say, excuse me, I'm not going to leave you because you farted. Are you not human? And I don't deal with men who pick on me and all of that. I don't say everything publicly, but I'll say that on here. Like, I don't like that. I'm loving and all that, and I ain't dealing with that stuff. Like, you ain't going to be an enemy to me. Like, picking on me. Don't make me the butt of your joke. I'm not dealing with it. You will be gone. I don't care if you think it's cute. I don't do that. You're not abusing me. I will not be picked on by my own man. Especially if you see I don't like it and you keep doing that, you got to go. I need love. I'm not going to be picked on. Even if you think it's cute. Like, you better not ever. Especially, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. No, no, no. I am the baby. When I'm dating, like, I'm the princess, I'm the queen, I'm the baby. Like, you don't treat me that way. I'm very affectionate. I'm the baby. You damn right. Every woman is supposed to feel like that with her man. Hold me, kiss me, baby me. That's shit. I'm the baby. I'm the princess. I'm supposed to be loved and nurtured. I ain't with that rough love shit that I see with people. You better get away from me with that shit. I'm all about holding my man hand and love and all of that. So, if you don't have a man that's treating you like a baby, girl, no. And when I say that, that doesn't mean like you can't think for yourself or you're like helpless. What I mean is that he protects you. He's concerned if you've eaten. He is going to hold your hand. He's gonna baby you with love and affection and vice versa. He's not gonna let anybody fuck with you, disrespect you, not even his family. He's going to take you out on romantic dates and give you flowers and give you sweet kisses and rub your feet if you want your feet rubbed. Stuff like that. Cute little nicknames, and you have cute little nicknames for him. You can say, I miss you. Baby, I miss you. Stuff like that. If you can't do that, baby, I don't want it. I don't want that cold-blooded, hard, rough shit. Please get it away from me. Shit. Who's that couple everybody's talking about? Lala Baptiste and Cinco, J Cinco. Yeah, that's the type of shit I like if you've seen them. That type of love. That's what I like. Beautiful. She says, not a baby, but he treats you like the prize and delicate. Yes, I'm a flower. I'm a flower. I'm a soft flower. I love a masculine man. I'm not with that shit with women. And I don't want to be the man. I want to look up at my man and he's masculine. He's confident. He's leading. Ooh, I need a masculine, strong man. Make me feel like a woman. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Mm-mm-mm. A leader, a king, dominate me in the bed, all of it. Open the jar, show me your strength. You can wrestle with me slightly, but not too rough. Show me who the man is. Show me who the fuck the man is. Show me who the man is, baby. I'm ready. Show me. Teach me. Show. Let me calm down. I gotta calm down. Oh yeah, baby. Libras are legendary. Like all the stuff I said. No, I don't like crying. Yes, I do cry every now and again. It's not the first thing, but I do when I really love someone and care for them. And yes, baby, I can be the general, but I know my role as a woman. I don't care if that bothers people, me saying that. I do believe in gender roles. I do, at large. But I don't want to be oppressed type of thing. I don't want to be mistreated. You know, I like a masculine man, not a butthole. Because some men don't understand that being masculine doesn't mean being a dictator and a butthole, but being strong. Not too aggressive, but just right. Show me. I don't know. It's, some women don't want to cook, but it's sexy. If you love that man and he's treating you good, that ain't a problem. He's like, baby, I'm hungry. I'm hungry, baby. I've been working hard, baby. I'm so tired, baby. I'm hungry. What you got for me, baby? He paying your bills. So, girl, look, I know I'm going off topic. Y'all getting me happy. I'm talking like this. I don't talk like that. Oh shit. He said in the chat, he got what I'm looking for. Oh shit. Stop. Stop. Listen. Lord. Mm-mm-mm. Let me stay focused now. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, so look, I gotta stay focused up on here. Because I want to I'm trying not to change the topic because I do like talking about this sometimes. I don't talk like this often, when it comes to men and relationships, but I'm all about a woman being made to feel like a woman, making your man feel like a motherfucking man, even though, I mean, a man is a man anyway, not all of them, but you get what I'm saying? You know, it ain't that hard to please no man if you know what you're doing right and you love that man. But is every man deserving is the question. Because I mean, I don't like the fact I'm doing all this and that. I'm cooking for you. I'm doing things to you in that bed. I'm doing all this and you cheating on me? No. Yeah, that pissed me off. That's a problem. Shit. I remember that time I was talking to this man. I had a feeling. I just had a feeling. I said, you know what? I'm going. And I acted on my gut and showed up. And I was right. I had to calm down. We weren't, I don't know what to call the relationship though. I don't even know when I think about it. I don't know, but we were talking for a while and everything. And the woman was there. With me and the woman were just silent. I didn't know what to say. I don't know. And he was behind me, and then I was walking, and all of a sudden something overtook me. I raised up my hand to smack his ass upside the head, and he jumped, but I didn't hit him. And yeah, that's a long story. But, you know, mm, mm, mm. Hold on. So that don't often happen, but a lot of men, I mean, they can treat you good and they still cheat. That's one thing I know for a fact. Even the best men, a lot of them, providers and all of that. What can you do? You either gonna stay with them, you gonna confront them, or leave. You either staying or leaving. And there are men who will tell you that you either gonna stay with me, you gonna leave me. What you gonna do? You know, and you have women in situations where they can't leave the man. They got kids with them. They financially dependent on him. They have health, all types of stuff, and they can't always leave. And that's just a terrible situation to be in. Um, you know, and it's promoted a lot these days. So many men, especially in the black community, having a side chick. You could be the best woman, beautiful, dress good, good in bed, cooking for him. You can't make a man stay or do right. You can't make him stay faithful. You can be doing everything right and be perfect, but it's him. And either he wants to do right or he doesn't. It's a choice that a man has to make, you know? Um, thank you, November, Nicole. I mean, and you know what else though? Is that I was in a situation in my childhood where I had to be strong in high stress situations. And that does play a role on why when something's happening, I'm usually not emotional at first. And I just stay calm. What do I do? How do we fix this? What to do? And I don't do the drama. That's just Libra anyway. I don't like screaming and the yelling and the crying. You kind of trying to hold it together as best as possible. But like I said, when it comes to someone I actually do love and have feelings for, yes, you know. Or when I think about certain people I care for passing away, it makes me cry very quickly. But I try not to, you know, or when people have passed who I've cared for, I don't even like thinking about them passing. I don't even like, I just think they're on vacation or I'll see them again or they're on vacation. I don't like to relive it, especially because I can't fix it. I can't change it. But I do think of them, you know, in my heart. Yeah. Mr. Universe says, I like a drama-free lifestyle. I don't like being, um, not everybody who gets drunk is aggressive, but some are. I don't like being around that. I don't like being around rowdy crowds that's very rowdy and very loud and aggressive. I don't like very loud music playing, not too loud, and people who talk extremely loud. Um, you know, that's why it always tripped me out of how this black woman attitude stereotype. I'm like, I don't even do all that because I don't like all that drama. I I don't have time for it. I do not like arguing, especially over dumb shit. I don't like people who argue over dumb shit or ready to argue because you get me hyped up and I want to fight your ass. But I have to calm down and be a lady and calm down and just walk away. You know. So now let's stay back on topic because I was talking for a minute and I don't know who watching this. Who was if y'all still watching me because I went on a little relationship rant. Let's see, when it comes, the last thing I want to show when it comes to Brandy in this situation, Funky Dineva. He's one of the most popular YouTubers on here with celebrity gossip. And he actually had a video on TikTok, what he said about Brandy and Monica. Also, we know that Wanya, let's just get into this, okay? Hold on. Let's see what he had to say.
I know that Beyonce has probably got to be sick and tired of always being mentioned when it don't have anything to do with her, right? But I want to tell y'all something. I want to raise a bigger perspective here. This is the music industry's fault because for whatever reason, something happened where we only allowed Beyonce through, then we kind of gave Rihanna a little bit, and then we didn't let nobody else have nothing. It was Beyonce, it was Rihanna, and then we didn't let nobody else have nothing. So what ended up happening is that everybody that came into the game or that was in the game ends up using Beyonce as the yardstick by which they need to measure their success. And a lot of times it's unfair. You know what I'm saying? It is unfair. I miss the days when we had Janet, Mariah, Whitney, all of these girls coexisted at the same time. We had all of these groups at the same time. When you listen to the radio, baby, all you was getting was hit after girl after girl. And it's like now, you know, you got Beyonce, then you got everybody else down here. Now, don't get me wrong. Beyonce deserves everything she got. She works hard. She puts in the time. I'm not taking that away from her. But you're not going to sit here and tell me that the machine could not have gotten behind a few more girls so we could have had some healthy competition in the market. The machine had already did it once before. It's already been done once before. We had Janet, Mariah, Whitney, and I can't think of a couple other girls. All of those girls, they coexisted at the same time. Those girls was going at each other's necks. Okay, one drop an album in January, another one drop an album in June. All them girls was touring, had the radio going on. Now I see a lot of women in the group. I mean, a lot of people in the chat saying colorism. Could be, most definitely could be a factor. I'm not prepared right now to dig all the way into all of that. I want to keep things light. And while Brandy wasn't comparing, somebody said she wasn't comparing. I know that I forgot Toni Braxton was in the mix, Madonna, all of those people, Aaliyah, all those girls was in the mix, Brandy and Monica, everybody was in the mix. So the market can sustain multiple girls being in the mix. For whatever reason, music shifted and we, you know, made her Jesus of music, and now everybody else is just low-level disciples. Nevertheless, this hurt Brandy. It hurt her to her core, and she speaks about it in her book. Somebody said it's not Beyonce's fault. Absolutely isn't. I'm not blaming Beyonce, and I'm not trying to imply it's her fault. But I definitely think that the music industry really did the general public a disservice when the machine got solely behind Beyonce and did not make room for there to be other artists that were equally as big, because we're not going to pretend like Beyonce does not have a machine behind her. She definitely does. And we're not going to pretend like Cardi B would be as big as she is if the machine did not get behind her. We're not going to pretend like Rihanna, because Rihanna is not the best singer on the planet, nor is she the best dancer on the planet. She was edgy and she was fashionable. The machine got behind Rihanna and took her to the... I know that
He said what I said. I didn't watch this whole clip, but look, you see, I'm not the only one who said it. I'm not the only one who observed and see things the way that they are when it comes to the music industry. Okay? So when he said the machine got behind Rihanna, well, the machine, though, in my opinion, was Jay-Z, though, too. Now, there have been rumors about Jay-Z and Rihanna. I don't know how true they are, but Rihanna is very gorgeous, and Rihanna makes a lot of songs that's R&B, pop, and a little bit of dance, the electronica a little bit. That's also what helps her. Rihanna has a lot of music that sells globally, not just to black people. She has a lot of dance type of songs, the electronica stuff. And hold on, let me see in the chat. Okay. So, yeah, I said to Rihanna is one of the last superstars that we've really seen being pushed. Okay. Now, Beyonce, we know she was pushed, and Beyonce has Chloe and Halle Bailey, but their careers haven't been making it in music, and people think Beyonce is doing this to them on purpose so they can't outshine her. I don't necessarily think that 100% because the industry just sucks today. There ain't nobody really, it's just not, it ain't the same for nobody at large. And even though she does have, Beyonce is the biggest, Beyonce does have a lot of power in the industry. She has a lot of power in the industry. And Rihanna did her thing, and then she moved into makeup, which was smart, becoming a billionaire, Savage, Fenty, and everything. Um, but she had Jay-Z's team behind her a lot, so that's interesting. Even though Beyonce was not under Jay-Z, she had her own group or team, and then she married Jay-Z. And then they started their own projects together and everything like that. So interesting. Okay. I want to know, why aren't black women in music who are still alive, excuse me, like Brandy and others, why do when you growing up, you always hear you get 15 minutes of fame, and if you surpass that, you're lucky. Beyonce did it. She surpassed the 15 minutes. Mariah Carey surpassed the 15 minutes. Brandy didn't have 15 minutes of fame. Brandy was a household name. Again, mega hits in music, her own talk show, got into film, her own Barbie doll, first black Cinderella, VH1 Divas. I mean, seriously. Hold on. Okay. Okay, I see y'all are arguing in the chat about the zodiac signs. Lord, okay. So, so Funky Dineva also said that there is this thing where people had to bow down like a cult group, basically. And he could understand if Brandy maybe felt some type of way. I just want to know, why don't they get the support in the industry? Who is, if we're gonna say it's a machine, and I do believe that, like him, what is it when it comes to Beyonce versus the other talented women that they don't want to push them? What is it? And then when they get pushed, they always have to bow down to her publicly every time they get an award or something. So what's going on for real, for real? I mean, I've heard the Illuminati theories. I just can't see Beyonce eating babies and drinking blood and dookie and stuff. Like y'all see them Illuminati videos where they said they sacrificing and eating human dookie on the table and all types of horrendous stuff to stay, selling their souls to the devil and the Illuminati, the 13 family bloodlines, and um all this stuff. I mean, you never know. I don't know for sure. It's just hard for me to picture her, or they're getting trains run on them by the industry. They say they do that and record it and all that craziness. It's hard for me to picture it with her. I'm not saying she's not above it. It's just hard for me to see it. But I do think something going on where um, no one's careers is being marketed well and pushed in the industry like that. But if you look at the industry as a whole, award shows are not even what like they used to be. It's not. And I really think streaming has done some damage. People are saying that, baby, we need to go back to CDs and photo shoots with CDs and meet and greets and everybody going out to buy the physical album. Like, maybe that's what we need to go back to. I'm not sure. Okay, let's go to the next topic. I think I might just show 2 more things, and then I'll go live again showing more things. Okay, let's see real quick. Let's see.
Nah, I ain't got you a fine ass nigga though.
Why would you call him fine? That's gay.
Bro, that's not, bro, come
Call
on.
me fine.
Bro, that's how we play, bro.
Call me fine.
You're not fine. Fine for niggas. Put on earth.
Babe,
No. Alright.
No. Just because you and your friends call each other fine, don't mean that that's normal. Niggas don't call each other fine. Y'all need to stop doing that. That's fruity.
That's not, bro. We trolling, bro.
Do you believe what you just heard? He called his homeboy fine, and he said to his girlfriend, "You're not fine." That's what niggas do. We be trolling, we call each other fine. You can see on her face, she ain't playing that shit. Dump his ass immediately. Your boyfriend's into men. When I was growing up, never in my life would a black man call another black man fine. When you call somebody fine, that means your ass look good. You fine as hell. I wish I would hear my man call his friend fine. Like they fucking. I mean, what else could it be? Seriously. Not only that, but when he called her bro. Y'all younger black girls better get some sense. I don't know what your mothers taught you. Why do you date guys who call you bro? He thinks you're a man. Men who call women bros are going to beat you. They see you as a dude. They will scrap on you and fight you. And they don't see you as feminine. You're not a woman. You're a bro. I wish you would call me bro. I wish you would. If I had children, my son would be raised. You don't ever in your life call a girl bro. She ain't your homeboy. That's a girl. That's a girl. That's a woman. Don't you ever call her bro. I'm not your bro. I'm not your homeboy. I'm a woman. I'm a girl. I really believe men who see girls as bro, I really think they'll put hands on you because they don't see you as women. They don't see you as women. And I don't call girls bro. That's a lady. That's a girl. I'm not a stud. I'm not a lesbian. I don't talk like that. That's some masculine shit. I know me cursing might seem masculine, but I know when to shut the hell up and do it and when not to. I'm not calling a girl bro or bruh. I'm not gay. That's the language of a stud. And don't you call me your bro as a man, because I know you probably would try to scrap with me because you see me as a boy. That's how I feel. So, girl, she is upset. You can see it in her face. Let me zoom in. You can see it on her face that she is not comfortable. She knows in her heart. See, sometimes how spirit tries to, your spirit know, but your spirit be in denial. The look on her face is that she knows hearing her man call another man fine is not natural. Now, she tried to correct him. Don't correct it. Walk away. That's that Libra shit. Don't correct shit. Walk away. I just caught it. I see. I see, right? You fucking your friend. You into men. What? There is no excuse. You called another man fine. I got to go. And if I knew her, I would tell her, baby, you gotta go. You gotta dump him. You gotta dump him, baby. He ain't into women. He ain't into women. You know that shit ain't right. You know it ain't. Don't tolerate it because you can't change it. Next thing you know, you're gonna walk up on him up in his pussy. Walk away, girl. Walk away. Walk away. Okay? All right, let me see. Let's see the next thing that I want to show. What is this? Oh, Speaking of PDFs earlier, look at this.
Go to Africa Bambaata's house to get your wee-wee sucked. Which one is it? Shit was real in the battlefield. Rest in what? And then when that brother told other people that was in authority in the Zulu nation about what Africa Bambaataa did to him, you know what they did to him? They threw him down a whole flight of steps. Ran down the steps and threw him down another whole flight of steps. Rest in peace. Niggas is still living with memories like that. Go to Africa Bambaata's house to get your wee-wee sucked.
Okay. I was shocked at black media reporting that African Bambaataa, a legend in hip-hop music, passed away, but they didn't want to mention that he was raping boys. Oh Lord, it says down here, well-known PDF, Africa Bambaataa, has passed away at 66. I got my glasses, 66 or 68. Can't see the good. And many suspect that he died of AIDS and not cancer. One of his essay victims reacts. He might have, to be honest with you. He might have died of that. But, you know, they don't tell you. But he's like, why? People were saying, why aren't y'all mentioning that he was raping boys? Now, he's the only one. Hassan Campbell was the only one who really had the courage to publicly show his face and tell him that he was molesting him when he was young. Okay? Girl, Beautiful says, why didn't any of the black men leaders, interesting word for that, and protectors handle him? Because they don't care. A lot of black men, not all of them, they support black men who grape. Notice how when Epstein, I can't say certain words on here, but it's a long story with that. But notice that when high-profile white men get caught being PDFs. Now, I'm not. You ever notice that black men in the comment sections? No, when it's a black man who goes down, like R. Kelly and others, they'll say, "Well, what about such and such? Y'all, what about the white man?" It's like, why? What does that have to do with your community and your culture? Almost like some of them, they don't want black men to be held accountable for raping. Because, well, other races do it too, so why do I have to be punished? Why do I have to go to jail? What about the other people? Why do y'all, well, what that got to do with you and hurting your community and raping your boys and stuff? You know, they don't, some black men feel like black men have it so bad in society that, oh, we can't now mention that he rapes children. That hurts his image even more. As if we don't have it bad enough. Now you're saying we're rapists? Yeah, you do. Just like other groups of men. Y'all rape and molest kids too in your families, all types of stuff. But no one wants to talk about it to save the image. It's like, but Africa Bambaataa, he's a legend in hip hop. This can't be his legacy. Raping boys, we can't talk about that. It's disgusting. You want people to love you. You won't even protect your children. You won't call it out. I'm not saying all of them, but it's a lot of them. I see it in the comment sections. Every time something bad happens and you bring up what's happening and who's doing it, it's deflection or blame or, well, you know, black women do it too. We don't gun y'all down like dogs every week and month. What are you talking about? No, we don't. When they say, well, black people commit the most crime, that's not, well, that's somewhat true. A high amount. But what gender is doing it the most. And yeah, you do see some crazy ass black women in the news sometimes doing stuff, but the majority of the gender that commits the crime are black men. But if you say that, then they'll try to make it equal and throw black women in the mix as if we're the ones gunning everybody down. That's not true on average. On average. Or the PDFs and stuff. Why R. Kelly got to go to jail? What Bill Cosby? What about? And I do think that the PDFs from other races need to be in jail too. They need to go down. Y'all know what I'm talking about. What happened this year? They need to go down. But does that give you an excuse to run around being a PDF just because other races are men of PDFs too? I mean, you have to show the world that you care for your people. You want other people to love you and protect you and love you, but you won't do that for your own. A black woman dying every week don't do shit to move the black community. Don't nobody care, not even black people. Black men gunning each other down every week doesn't move the black people. But when a white cop does it, all of a sudden it's so different now. I'm not saying it's right. Now you got the men raping the damn children and they're silent at large. His ass should have been locked up for what he did. But he didn't get anything. There was nothing that happened to him. He passed away. They claim cancer. Others says it's not that. It's you know what. I don't know for sure. So let's see real quick. Let's see. Someone said the child PDF, the black Epstein. No mention of that. Interesting. R.I.P. you PDF. I hope God forgives you. Why do people say that? Why would you want somebody who rapes kids to be in heaven? Let's see. I'm not going to say anything about Africa Bambaataa because he's gone now. But none of these platforms posting his greatness to hip-hop said anything about him using his greatness to grape young boys who look up to him for over a decade. That's how you know PDFs control the industry. Post the victims like Hassan. Post them. She's talking to black media. Horrible. Absolutely horrible. Okay? Mr. Universe says the silence is loud. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. One thing I wanted to share with you is that, well, because of the war in Iran and everything, they're saying that the draft is coming. Men ages 18 to 25 will be automatically registered for the draft starting, well, it was in December. Starting in December. I've also heard people say that the draft will be ages 18 through 42, from what I heard. Some people think it's a good thing. Some people think that unproductive men in American society can now serve their country and do something. They don't, or men, I've heard people say men who commit crimes and who are in gangs, they should be sent since they want to terrorize communities, make them fight for their country, and let's see if they make it out with the weapons. I don't know. But that's what they're saying, that the draft is coming. So be prepared for this to possibly happen. And I know a lot of people very nervous about that. Okay. Also, this disturbed the hell out of me. RFK Jr., the Kennedys, very legendary political family here in America. I did not know that RFK Jr.'s wife had took her life. She committed suicide, you know what? His second wife, Mary, gave her private diaries to a friend as insurance in the weeks before she took her life. Isabel Vincent, the author of a revealing new biography about RFK Jr., tells People magazine about the diaries she obtained from her unaliving herself in 2002. I don't know much, but what I will say is that I immediately said this woman did not just take her life. And if she did take her life, why did she take her life? She gave her private diaries to a friend as insurance. You already know something's in them. Something is in it that scared her, something she knew, and she took her life because of it. Now, what could that be? What could it be so bad? She's married to one of the most powerful, wealthiest American family bloodlines in America, the Kennedys. A lot of women would think it's an honor to be married to one of them and to be with them. A lot. Like, I'm married to a Kennedy. My last name is Kennedy now. My kids are a Kennedy. And she took her life. I'm really wondering, what could it be? What could it be? What could it be that was going on behind the scenes in that house that she did that and handed over that diary? You already know, I don't have to say. Now, what it is, I don't know. But you know something's up. Something's up. I just wanted to share that real quick. Okay. And the last thing I'm going to show, actually, hold on for a second. Okay. The last thing, I'll just do another video in the future with some of these stories, a different day. Let's go back into memory lane when it comes to, let's go back to the beginning, back to when the earth, the sun, the stars all align. 'Cause perfect never seems so perfect. Trying to fit a square into a circle was no lie. Let the rain fall down and press my dream. Let it wash away my sanity. 'Cause I wanna feel the thunder, I wanna scream. Let the rain fall down. So, I don't know about y'all, but I actually used to watch Laguna Beach. It was a big thing for millennials on MTV. I think Laguna Beach is around Orange County, California. Very well known, you know. Yeah, Hillary Duff. Let the rain. But that was the theme. That was the theme song for Laguna Beach. And I mean, they look great. Seriously. They really aged well. Lauren, Conrad, Steven, Christian. She wore her choker. And I don't know, a lot of people were watching Laguna Beach. It was a big, big hit on MTV. Leave a heart if you were watching Laguna Beach. Lauren is something, because Lauren, her success is very inspirational. But I also wonder, how did she do it? Because, I mean, they grew up pretty wealthy. They grew up in a nice home in Laguna Beach. And she went on to work in the fashion industry, learning things, but then she ended up with a fashion line for JCPenney, Lauren Conrad. And her father has said she wasn't always the greatest student, but she was still able to get it together. And she had her fashion line. She used her popularity, I'm sure, for some things. It helped a little bit, but she did actually go to fashion school to learn about fashion and stuff. And I just wonder, how was she able to get the deal with JCPenney? Because having a fashion line is just a dream. And she was able to do very, very well for herself. Christian, she married, she has a successful jewelry line. She married I think a football player, but they got divorced and she had kids, but she did very well for herself. I don't know what Steven was doing, and seeing them, I mean, they aged very well. You know, they look really good. Steven looked damn good. You know, he wasn't bad looking on the show, but like he's really a man now. You see him like, damn, he's a man. Like he really grew. Um, and Lauren and Christian look so great. I'm wondering, hold on. I'm really wondering what is Christian's diet. I think she has a cookbook. She's had 3 damn kids. 3 kids, and her body looks great. Her legs look fucking incredible. So I don't know. That's amazing. So it was good to go down a trip down memory lane. I love Laguna Beach. They have a reunion show on right now, but I don't think I can watch it. But yeah, Laguna Beach was everything. Oceans 2415 says she was watching Laguna Beach. Okay. So yeah, Laguna Beach was a good show. So look, Beautiful says I answered my own question. She grew up wealthy. I didn't want to say it, to be honest with you. It was in the back of my mind a little bit. Which means she knows people who knows people. I mean, okay, I know her father is in construction or something, I think. Just because you have money doesn't mean you know everybody, but it's true she was on the show. Maybe she met people at the premiere, MTV Connections. I don't know, but I don't think they'll just give you a fashion line just to give you one. I mean, it ended up being a success. You know, people are not always going to invest money into you if they don't think they'll get a return. You have to be marketable. And Lauren, I guess they took a risk because she was popular with a lot of girls off MTV. But you didn't see her plastered around the TV everywhere, though. Like, it sort of was like in the background. And then she was able to do it. Not everyone was successful on the show like her. But yeah, I guess it probably helped her some. But I think her going to school for fashion and learning some things about the industry probably helped her. And yeah, her popularity, I don't know who she was connected to or who she knew. Christian with her jewelry line, I mean, she still had a fan base and that supported her, and her jewelry line became successful. And plus she married that football player, and I don't know how much money he had. I don't know, like they're not broke. I think they're probably, their families probably was millionaires. I don't think they were huge, big millionaires, but not broke and destitute type of thing either. But sometimes rich families don't always help their kids. They don't always give them everything all the time, you know. So I don't know, you know, maybe her father's connected or something. I don't know for sure. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for today's video. I'm a little bit nervous of what's going to come because I did get riled up during some times, especially that Beyonce critique. Yes, I still have love for Beyonce's music. Not all of it, but I was a fan. And like I said, if something were to happen to her, it would be sad. It would. We watched her, we grew up with her, a lot of us millennials, in her career. And it would be sad. And you seeing a black woman who has been successful and something like that, it would be sad. But I do love other women in music as well who I felt get crapped on, and it bothers me. Especially I know how amazing they are. Okay. That says, I never watched that show either. I mean, Laguna Beach was so big. It was big on MTV. Just like The Real World and Jersey Shore. They still sell LC Lauren Conrad's clothing today at major department stores. Yeah, she does have some cute stuff because she's into the, like, you know, the baby doll, the girly stuff and everything. So, but yeah, I used to watch Laguna Beach, and that's how I found out that song by Hilary Duff, Let the Rain Fall Down. I love that song. The Hills, yeah, The Hills was after that. I watched some of that. I did. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I did watch the first, the second Laguna Beach. Jessica Simpson's shoe line. Yeah, she does have nice shoes. She does. I would love to have a clothing line I don't know though, because the malls are just going down so bad. Like so much stuff is closing in our country. Our country is getting bad. A lot of stuff is shutting down. I just saw a woman on TikTok at Kohl's just going in. Like they were saying the clothes, what's going on with our clothes. And they were like, baby is everywhere. I know Rue 21 closed down. There was another store that was really popular that closed down. One of the greatest plus size stores I'd ever seen in my life. This was years ago, like a decade ago, had closed. I don't know how popular they were though, because the location was at the back of the mall, which was crazy. I had never seen so many beautiful plus size clothes in my life, and they ended up closing. I knew shit was going down when Payless closed years ago. I never thought in my life that Payless would go. Like, how in the hell can a shoe store to help poor people, which is the majority of America, close down? Payless was so popular that I still can't understand how they close, but Shoe Carnival is still open. Like, please make it make sense. I don't understand. And then no one buys VHSs no more, Blockbuster and stuff. But when Payless closed, I said, oh my God. And even more stores right now is closing as I speak. It's crazy. Malls used to be a big thing. Burlington Coat Factory went down bad years ago. Burlington used to be the shit. Today, they're like a bootleg Ross. And Ross does have some good stuff sometimes. They're worse though. I said, oh my God. Now, look, TJ Maxx has some nice stuff sometimes. Ross does have some nice stuff sometimes. Not even just clothing, but other stuff. But Burlington used to have more qualities when they started off, an abundance. Now you find nothing, and all the clothing is cheap. But that's because all of our money, all of our clothes is being made in China. Chinese people aren't plus size. Like when I tell the average Chinese woman is a size 2 or a 4. They've gotten it together with the sizing. But when you buy Chinese clothes, the sizing is off. It's smaller than what a US size is. And they use cheap material a lot. Not all of them, but a lot of them are doing this. The clothes ripping up. Shit look like a curtain. Some of it just bad. Not the construction. Not all of it, but a lot of it. Lord have mercy. Damn. Ocean says they close. She says they closed Sears over 10 years. It's been so long. Child, I think Macy's, some of them closed too. The malls used to be something. People were excited to go to the mall. Not only that, but the boys would be at the mall too. Now, ain't shit at the mall. It's halfway empty. There was this jewelry store called, oh my God, it starts with a B. Boston, was it Boston something? I'm not thinking of Boston proper, which is a catalog, which has really amazing clothes. Was they used to. It was a jewelry store in the mall. Had the best beautiful jewelry. They closed everything. I said, Lord have mercy. It's crazy. Beautiful Prime. Their shoes may be cheap, but they were beautiful. I used to love Sears back in the day. And people are protesting Target still. Target does have nice, cheap home decor stuff, like for organizing. I never really shopped their clothes that much. Some of their stuff is okay in the shoes. There's this cake I like from there, but all right, leave a heart if you're protesting Target still and you haven't been there. You know who has good shoes, surprisingly? Sheen. They do have some good stuff sometimes. They do. Like, Sheen is a hit or miss. Some stuff is like, damn, this is good. This quality is not bad. It looks good. And then there's other stuff like, damn, there's some cheap ass, like, the material or the fit. You don't know if you're getting the right fit. But I have gotten some good stuff from there before. It's 50-50 on it. I always go, if I'm going to get anything from Sheen, always go to the review section. I always look at the photos and read what they're saying. Because I've seen stuff, I'm like, oh my God, this is beautiful. And then I'll go to the review section with the photos and I see how it looks. Some of it, I'm like, oh Lord, no. This don't look like the picture. Or you think a pair of earrings is medium size and then they send it and that shit is like the size of a stud diamond. I'm like, oh my God. That happens every now and again, not all the time. But you do have some good stuff on Shein that you would never find here. But now that inflation has happened, the prices on Shein is so sad, some of it. You ain't gonna, I don't know, you ever gonna find them prices again, especially for jewelry that they had up on there. I've been going to Nordstrom Rack lately. You know, the Gap also has some pretty nice stuff sometimes too. Some of their sweaters are nice in the Gap. I just discovered Fashion Nova actually has tall pants and I ordered a pair. I can't believe, girl, Fashion Nova, tall pants was too tall for me. If you have a 37 inseam, you get the tall. That's tall. That's like if you're like 6 feet. In some cases a little shorter, but their regular sizes, a lot of them are actually tall. Even though it's not called a tall, when you see the inseam, I'm like, oh my God. So I bought a regular size, not a tall, from Fashion Nova. And I saw the inseam and I couldn't believe it. A couple of them. And that was even a little too tall for me, which is crazy because the regular sizes in most stores is too short, about 1.5 to 2 inches for me. But then they're tall and regular. I don't know. But that's why they have the tailors to hem them for me and make them fit better, you know, for my height. Because I'm not extremely tall, but I'm not a regular average height that's short. I need about 1 inch to 1.5 to 2 inches, a little bit more of an inseam than a regular size. But then the tall sometimes are too damn tall too. It's in the middle. Okay. That says, I love the Gap. They always have very nice clothes. Yeah, the Gap really does have some nice stuff. You know who else is nice? Chico's. Beautiful tops with sequins and beads and embroidery. Chico's. I actually bought a dress from Boohoo not too long ago. And it was actually beautiful, but it was too big, but it was nice. You just have to go through, because on some of these websites and stuff, some stuff is like, oh my God, no. And some stuff is like, oh, this is nice. You really have to go through and always check the photos and the reviews if you can. Okay. Even with Rainbow. I remember someone dissed me for shopping on Rainbow. I was an affiliate for Rainbow, meaning I get a commission. I was an affiliate for Rainbow at one time in my life. But with Rainbow, you have to really go through everything, because some stuff is like, you just have to really go through it. You can find some stuff that is really nice. Even the shoes, very nice. And then some stuff is like, oh, this is too short, or the material, no. Or the cut, Is 5'6.5" tall? No. No, that's average. Some people will say that because they claim most women are 5'4", but that's actually regular size. I always say this: if your pants don't have an L or a T, long or tall, on the sizing, you're not tall. If you can go in any clothing store and find pants that is not high water and fit you, and it comes down to your ankle or above your shoe, you're not tall. Because you don't have tall girl problems. You can find pants anywhere you go to. You can go to any place and get dress pants, and they're not going to be high watered. And to me, from my experience and what I see, is that the tallest inseam for most pants is a 32. And my inseam is not that. It's not that. So that's too short for me. But that's the average on any store you go to, a 32 inseam. Even for some men, 32 inseam. Like, that's just like the average on any store you go to. And for any woman that's tall, that's an inseam that's just too short. It's not long enough. So I always say that 5'8" is the beginning of tall. And then tall women, I had a whole video I was going to do, was arguing. Like, honey, you can't tell me. I'm 5'8.5". I'll say 5'9", because once I put on shoes, which I do every day, then I'm 5'9". I just say that. I'm like, you can't tell me that I'm not tall, and if I cannot find pants long enough on the average store I go to that doesn't have a tall or long section for tall women. So, and I'll see men, 5'7" is tall for a woman. Yeah, maybe to you, but in fashion and everyday life, no, it's not, because their pants still fit in length anywhere you go. But then the women who were like 6 feet and 6'2" said, you're not tall. Like, no, 5'8" or 5'8.5", but I'll say 5'9" with my shoes. That is tall. I like tower over people sometimes when I go out. Like, they're little. You can't tell me I'm not tall. And I have never been mistaken for a short woman in my existence. When I used to be short, and then one summer, my legs just got so long. I remember it because I used to like reach my legs, like lay in the bed and put my hand to my feet. And then it got to the point I couldn't do it. And I just noticed how, like, damn, like I just grew one summer. And some people are like, well, 5'8.5" is not 5'8.5" is not gigantic. But when the average woman is 5'4" and 5'5", and you go out, you're tall to them. Especially when you put on heels. And like, I don't get short women who complain about men being 5'8". You're 5'4". How is a dude that's 5'8" short to you? He's over you. He's literally my height. That is short or average for me. Me being with a man that is 6 feet tall and 6'2" is not a big deal, because we're not extremely different. He's only I'm 5'9" already. Like, that is not extremely tall, but it's nice. If you're a 5'4" woman or 5'5" and you're tripping because a man is 5'8", I'm like, but he's still taller than you. I don't meet any men that much who are taller than me. I see a few of them, but usually we're like the same height. A lot. Or he might be a little bit taller. But a lot of people are short. And people always like, how is the average height 5'4" and 5'5"? I'm like, well, Hispanics are very short on average, and they're the majority up in here. A lot of those women are not tall. They don't grow tall on average. They don't. Asian women do not grow tall on average. Hispanic women don't grow tall on average. Indian women do not grow tall on average. The only group that really grow tall is black and white people on average. You often don't see any of the groups I just named with height. I talked to a guy shorter. I mean, I could talk to a man that's 5'8.5", my height. I don't mind him being taller. I don't want him too tall, though, because I don't want my kids to be gigantic and have problems with finding clothes and stuff. But yeah, I mean, a guy that's 6 feet is nice for me. He doesn't have to be, but that's not a massive, big thing for me at my height. Yeah, I don't like towering over my man, to be real with you. I like to feel like a woman. I want to feel like his baby. I want him to be tall, at least as tall as me. But you can get that. If he's like an inch shorter, I could do it. I've done it before. But he has to be confident and okay with being a little shorter. But women, it just trips me out when I see really small women. Oh, he has to be 6 feet. I don't date short men. You're 5 foot tall. You're 5'4". How is a dude that's 5'8" short to you and he's inches taller than you? You can look up to him. Damn. Ocean says my son is 6'5". He's 21 and towers over me. One of my cousins, he's 7 feet tall. It's weird though because my parents, I'm actually taller than my parents. Cerebral, remember on Atlanta Housewives? They divided the ladies by height, the talls and the shorts. I don't remember that. You know, Portia looked like she wasn't short to me. Phaedra looked short. Candy looked short. Marlo and Portia look like they have height on them. But I'm not sure though, for sure. You know, and I do see tall women who wear heels. I used to didn't want to wear big heels because I'm like, I'm already tall. I'm like towering over these damn people if I put on some high heels already, like 4-inch heels or something. I'm like already 5'9". And you have some men, they're like, oh, I want to climb that mountain. But not everyone thinks I'm extremely tall because there are women who are way taller than me. But when you're around people, again, who are 5'4", yeah, you're going to like tower over them. Oh, Lord. But I do hear women always saying they want to be tall, can do some modeling. I'm like, being tall is not bad, but it can have its challenges if you're looking for nice pants that have a long enough inseam that's long enough. You don't want high-waisted pants. Or you have to wear certain type of dresses. If you don't want to wear a dress on me, it's going to look different on a woman that's shorter. A dress that might come to my knees is going to be way longer on a woman that's 5'4". So I have to look at the length of dresses and stuff on how is that going to look if I'm looking for a certain type of dress, you know? I think the smartest thing a lot of these companies can do is start making taller pants with designs and stuff on them. I will say Fashion Nova does have a lot of tall pants, which shocked me because I was hearing about it and I look definitely tall. You might have to get them tailored again to fit, even if you're tall. I think Shein should come out with some tall pants. They have a few of them. I actually have bought 3 of them before and it was pretty nice. Okay. Nene, Portia, Cynthia, and Kenya. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, because Cynthia used to model. Mr. Universe, what is your zodiac sign? He says, my goal is to give my kids the best strategic advantage. What's your zodiac sign? I never seen women appreciate a short man like King 68. Oh, God. He's a Scorpio. My dad was a Scorpio. Y'all are some secretive people. Lord have mercy. And vengeful and hold a grudge. I'm not saying y'all all like that, but Lord have mercy. A lot of the serial murderers are Scorpios. Don't try to hurt me if I piss you off. Okay? So, but y'all also have a giving heart. A giving heart. And y'all like peace. Y'all don't like drama. Y'all don't like all that drama. But, okay. He says, I could never. Okay. So look, everybody. That is it for today's video. I appreciate you stopping by. I actually want to go eat some dinner. And I thank you. Watch You, Me, and Tuscany. Check out that movie. It definitely needs your support. And thank you. Yes, Scorpios are very hard workers. Thank you all so much. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I love all the R&B ladies. And yes, that includes Beyonce. Bye, everybody. Good night.